It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's true about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, gon' be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose to. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. First carry for Darius Geis. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Goes underneath for Bell. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes. And they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Coleman now. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
All right, now look at 56.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Coleman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Right back to him on 1st down. Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 5. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying, the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Over!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal, Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. DJ Chark, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. Mostert now to return. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And give them a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them.
On third down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Blitz. Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here. Double tight. 3 down. All right, here we go. 3.
Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Boom! Yeah, baby. Watch tight. Tight here, right. Detroit! Hot!
Now Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action with Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Coleman on the toss. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And they'll go on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They go play action now. Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Brissett. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw, Brissett. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And taken right at the 35. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll run it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey. Over here. Yes.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Jackson steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They go play action with Jackson. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? You just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Jackson on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Brissett. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On second down, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the Bengals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. They will run again with Coleman. Skirts by him at the 35. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
I've heard the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano out to kick this one away. Mostert now to return. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They go play action here on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Brissett sets to throw it. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball. These
pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's going to go down again.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the pressure gets to him again. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On third down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a three-score game, though, fourth quarter. Throwing right, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Here's Brissett. A screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the Steelers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Come on, let's go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, the spin. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling is the quarterback of this winning team. He's going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game of the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 12 more yards there and another first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. And they'll run it here. Finding some room at midfield. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And the Bengals on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.